So back to it. More harmonic minor stuff. The 2-5-1, major 2-5-1 is what we're going to talk about today. Very common chord progression, particularly to jazz. You'll see it a good little bit. So let's do an F minor 7 into B flat 7 and then resolve to E flat major 7. Yeah, so 2-5-1 in E flat. Here we go. What I'm going to do is just kind of map out each chord, what I might think about, or what you can think about in terms of harmonic minor. The obvious choice for the one chord, or excuse me, for the two chord, the first one is to play right from the tonic. So if I've got an F minor 7, I'll play F harmonic minor on it. Try it again. You can play, we talked about this in an earlier video, but you don't have to do a direct, I guess, F to F kind of correlation. You can play C harmonic minor on the F. We'll try that a little bit here. So instead of playing F minor, harmonic minor on the F minor 7, I'm going to play C harmonic minor on it, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so that was the C harmonic minor over F minor. Kind of thinking of the F minor as a 4 chord. The C harmonic minor is going to work great when we resolve. So this time I'll, instead of being very diatonic, major scaly, when I get to the 5 and the 1 chord, I'm going to play C harmonic minor on the 2 chord, then C harmonic minor on the E flat major 7 at the end. Here we go. Okay. So there's a lot of mixing and matching you can do. We're just getting into some of it now. It's really depending on what sound you hear. And, any kind of fancy thing that we're talking about here or that you find somewhere else or that you sort of study on your own, really it's just, its intent is to provide melody. And it's not to be kitschy or a shtick thing that you plan out. Ultimately, in the end, you're just hearing melody, just reacting to chords, trying to hear where one note that you play might lead to the next note. So these aren't meant to be, I don't know, just gimmicks, right? These are just things you want to start investigating and things you want to start to hear and maybe kind of run with a little bit on your own. So let's keep going with it. Let's see, the E flat chord, let's take that, the E flat major 7, the resolution. I might play, as we said earlier, C harmonic on it, or I could play G harmonic minor on it. Let's try the G. So I'll be very diatonic on 2 and 5, and I'll just sort of wait for the E flat to exploit the harmonic minor sound. So here goes. so that's cool. That's a cool sound to me because you don't expect it. Not because you don't expect it, but because it's not particularly common. You know, you want to think of these chords and just you want to think of music and investigate as many paths as you can so that you think of music and you think of improvisation different to other people because you've done the work. I always tell people that these concepts are like chopping down a 100-foot tree, and once you come to the realization about a particular concept, in this case harmonic minor, it's like you're getting out there with your chainsaw and you know you get this huge tree and you manage to see it go timber, and there's that sort of exhilaration as you see it fall, and then when you realize you haven't collapsed it upon anyone or any building or anything, it's even so exciting, to see that happen, that everything's still standing and you did what you thought you were going to do and you chopped it down. And then the realization hits us that this is a 100-foot tree. I have to, in effect, chop it down I don't know how many more times before I can get it in sections and get it up out of here and I can burn it and use it. And it's that way with concepts in music, I think. It just takes chopping that thing up in as many different ways as you can. And the hard work is after it's on the ground, after you've stumbled on a concept. All right, so enough gabbing, back to the application stuff. Let's see. Okay, so we could use C and G on the one. I'll try that. We'll just hear that. So we'll play very diatonically on 2 and 5, but we'll try to do something fancy, if you will, on 1. There's C, G, G, C. So you can see it's kind of cool, right? Especially there again is that idea we talked about in the last lesson. A major 7 chord for 2 big fat measures leaves a lot of room to do stuff on. In that instance, I was playing C harmonic minor and G harmonic minor together. This sort of thing. Here's C. Here's G. Or let's do it up here. Here's G. Pardon me. And here's C. You see all this chromatic. Let me just freeze an E flat major 7, and I'll try to be as chromatic as possible on that. Part of it is realizing what a note does to a chord. For example, when the band's playing E flat and I play that B natural because I know that B natural exists in C harmonic minor, I also understand in the back of my head what sound I'm creating. I'm turning their E flat major 7 chord into an E flat major 7 with a sharp 5. So if you hear that chord before you play the tone, I think it convinces. It's more convincing. The 5 chord is really the one that everybody always does. People always are taking a dominant chord and treating it as the 5 chord. In this case, E flat harmonic minor. Right here's the B flat 7, and you get that classic sort of bullfighter, Middle Eastern affectation. I'll throw it in. You can hear it. Here comes that 2-5, and I'm just going to approach that on the 5 chord. Just beautiful. Try a little bit of everything. Getting a little carried away there. The other thing that's interesting on the 5 chord is you don't have to do the same scale everybody else does. For example, let's say on the 2 chord, the F minor, I keep playing F harmonic. But I want to keep doing that on the B flat 7. This goes back to what we said, if we can hear what chord is created when we put a scale, we throw it on top of a chord as such, it gives us some license, I think, and we anticipate that sound. So if the band's playing B flat 7, and I continue to play F harmonic minor, some of it's really pretty, some of it changes the chord, right? But not at all in a bad way. It sort of changes it to this. B flat 7, sharp 11. That's all it is. So this is common, I guess, in bebop, is to throw those extensions and those alter tones. And this is just a way to alter the dominant, is to think of it as a continuation of F harmonic minor on the B flat 7. It also gives you this. Yeah, sharp 9 kind of thing, right? Let's hear it one more time. You can hear both those tones. You hear sort of this, I guess, this, which isn't so bad. It's a pretty chord. It's a B flat 7, sharp 11, and sharp 9, or sharp 9, sharp 11. Here's just straight up B flat 7. I might play real bluesy if I feel like it. Okay, so again, I'm getting kind of carried away. Okay, apologize for the length of this lesson. I would say get yourself paper and pencil and write the stuff down, not because, anything I'm saying is something that not everybody else knows, but if it's new to you, there is a lot of foggy terminology and things being thrown around. So start the lesson off with a pencil and paper and really just run with it. Remember, ultimately it's about you making music. You can feel free to subscribe to this channel. I think ultimately, if I'm being honest, I would love it if you checked out my music. I would love it if you bought my music. That'd be great. I'm a composer of melodies, or try to, so check out my records, and there's usually something in the description box down below where you can do that. And if you don't like my music, buy somebody else's music who you do like. And I hope you have a good day. God bless you.